But I'm wondering, A, what percent of the voting population is 40 or 45 plus? And then I'm wondering, what's the demographic of a blogger? Because a lot of times to me, it seems like the bloggers, it seems like a community that feeds on itself. And it seems as it goes to a national campaign that a lot of the people who vote could care less about blogging. So I'm just wondering, what are the demographic profiles of kind of bloggers versus voters?
I mean, I can't quote any data, but I think your basic instinct is right. That the voting age population is older than the online core user base. But I would say the same thing about newspapers and online news. I mean, we're in a tectonic shift here, in terms of media overall. And the earliest adopters will be those who grew up with it, and they will be the heaviest users. But it will, as with all sort of core, the 80-20 rule will apply. 20% of the people will do 80% of whatever it is in this new thing. But the interesting thing about a political campaign is that you can't win with just that, with that base.
I think bitter. Are you all familiar with Bittergate? I know Mike is. So when Obama called voters bitter, that's why they turned things like guns. So that was broken on a cell phone by a supporter at a fundraiser in San Francisco, who then blogged it on Huffington Post's Off the Bus. So she was a mom in her mid-30s, and she broke it on Huffington Post's Off the Bus. Now I don't need to tell you what happened after that. Right in the news, everyone knows about it. So I think that's why it matters. It's not about the actual bloggers. It's about the fact the reach they have to then trickle up to the super mainstream.
The people who consume blogs are sort of traditional press agents, reporters, news anchors, things like that, who consume blogs. And so there's sort of this ecosystem of information, right? If somebody's eating something and somebody else is eating them, and it's all interrelated, right? And the idea of getting online and offline, one of the things that's really important, I think, to understand about new media and online communities in general and networks is that as far as it relates to politics and sort of what the end game is for voting, is that you can't vote online. The fact that we had the Obama campaign has a really big Facebook profile. So what is that? So the Facebook profile itself isn't valuable unless that relationship translates into something offline. What online and strong online networks allow you to do is recruit those people and have a bigger pool. But in the end, you still need producing chemicals. You still need to make phone numbers, you still need to make phone calls, and you still need to knock doors. We just need to make sure we understand who we're talking to and what the purpose is. And I think this is something that people who are used to thinking in broadcast terms of we're going to hit everybody, sort of trying to apply that to online networks is a real mistake, and it's a common mistake that, all right, we'll just email our list in Ohio and everybody will know. It's like, everybody in Ohio is not on our email list. No matter how good a job I do, everybody in Ohio is never going to be. It's just never going to happen. And so, who are we talking to